How's it going, everybody? This is Brosales Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Zach, alongside Adam Gonzalez, and we are here to talk about the Patriots Week 1 recap, along with predictions moving forward with the Patriots. Adam, Week 1 against, yours truly, the Steelers. We were anticipating Antonio Brown playing against his former team. That didn't happen because he didn't meet the deadline, but with that said, were you expecting the type of game that we saw on Sunday night? Yeah,
this was a terrific, almost perfect game by the Patriots. I didn't expect such a quote unquote blowout as we've seen 3-33. But what's interesting is if you actually watch the game, you can see Ben Roethlisberger. Something was going on with him. I don't know if it was the defense that was causing all these issues or what, but it almost seemed like he didn't want to play. He didn't want to be there. Like, mentally, he was gone. Physically, he was there. And I thought that was pretty interesting. I don't know. I think our defense, honestly, it's been our best.
Impressive.
This is probably the best defense I've seen since the Teddy Bruschi days. Since 2007. So it's been a while. It's been 12 years probably since the last time.
Yeah, I didn't expect them to get held to 3 points. I was expecting for sure some touchdowns. I thought Juju would at least show up.
Well, that's what the Patriots do, right? We always take away. We always take away their number one threat receiver, which would be Juju.
So that was smart on their part because in light of, like we said, the Antonio Brown situation, the history between Brown and Juju, the two teams coming against each other, I think we all expected Juju to show up. He was not a factor, along with all the other players. I mean, they were all shut down on all elements. So that's a bonus. We're looking. We don't want to toot our own horn or count our chickens before they're hatched. We try to, we really do try to. At least us as Patriot fans, we try to keep it humble. We've had many incidences where, I feel like I can honestly say I'm not one to throw it in, people's faces when we're over with family or friends and stuff. And the thing is that we never really have to bring up the Patriots because everyone that whenever it's a thing, they always bring us up.
Yep.
So it's like, hey, you want to talk about the Patriots? We'll talk about the Patriots. So with that said, Week 1, I got some stats for us really quick.
Let's see them.
So Tom Brady, 341 yards.
If you notice, his completion is 66%, but he attempted 36, completed 24, and his passing rating is a 124. Man, for a 42-year-old quarterback, this 20th season, this is, we're seeing history right now. This is incredible. Yeah, and it's awesome.
He got sacked once.
Yeah, our offensive line played really well too.
They did.
Yeah, with a couple guys hurt, especially center. With our center, with the lung clock the
lung.
And so to see that, we played really, really well. We held Brady up, and it was really good to see.
But I want to say I'm surprised. I am surprised how quickly we came to show up. But then again, we're talking about Belichick and the Patriots.
Right.
Tom Brady, 3 touchdowns. Then we get into the next best, I guess you could say. We can look at Philip Dorsett's performance. How many touchdowns did he have? He had 2, I believe, right?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I believe it was 2. And then Gordon had that 1 touchdown where he broke the tackles.
Mm-hmm. So that was really nice.
He's looking strong. I really hope that he can stay strong mentally too this season.
I agree.
Rex Burkhead, running backs. So we'll talk about fantasy football in just our next episode, but I have a lot on. I'm counting on Sony Michel a lot this season. I think he has the potential to put up top 10 touchdowns this season.
Right.
However, he wasn't much of a factor in this game. Do you think they kind of had to switch the game script a little bit?
Well, yeah, that's what makes the Patriots so great. 1 day or 1 week they can have Tom Brady throw for 400 yards, and then next week they have him throw for 150 yards, and have their running backs run 250, 300 yards.
Yeah,
it's just whatever fits his scheme. The opponents that we're playing against, that's just what Belichick does. That's what makes him great, and that's what makes Tom Brady great too. Is he's willing to sacrifice all those touchdowns and passings and completions, whatever, just so the team can win. And that's why what separates him from all these other quarterbacks too is he's willing to sacrifice a lot of things, money, team. Like he's willing just to be a team player, and that's what makes him great. So I'm not surprised. I am surprised, but I'm not surprised what we saw because this is typical Patriots, typical Brady, typical Belichick, Josh McDaniels. They knew when they were coming in what they were seeing, and what was the most effective way to beat the Steelers. And as you can see, it worked.
So. It worked. Yeah, no surprise there.
No.
Moving forward, so obviously, week 1 is in the bag. Got that W. Next week we're playing Miami. What are your predictions on Miami's game? I think we're at Miami, right?
Right. We are. And think about Miami, how even they're so bad, but even as they're always bad. They always give us a hard time in Miami, but this time I think it's gonna be a little different. I mean, we've seen how bad they really are. And this is one of the worst teams, probably going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. We all can see it. I mean, they lost against the Ravens 52 points or something like that.
Lamar Jackson though had his game though.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson.
But then again, Miami.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the next actually was that night. A lot of the people on the Miami's team, a lot of the players were contacting their agents. Hey, get me out of here. I want to get traded. So it's pretty bad.
No way.
Yeah. I'm being serious. It's pretty bad right now.
Is it because of the organization or the coaching?
I think it's a combination of everything. Honestly, the lack of winning, the lack of
it can't be the players because these are professional athletes. Like Kenyon Drake, he's got talent.
Right, but
and then they have who else?
Exactly. That's my point. But it's not. I mean, I don't know. The NFL players, they want to win. They want to win. They want to get their names out there. They want to make money, and they know Miami. It's just not going to be that for them. No. And so I think this is going to be a competitive first 5 minutes, first 8 minutes, honestly. And I think the Patriots will take over. I mean, I just don't, man. Just really, honestly, seeing the Patriots play the way they did, man, it's really hard for me to be convinced that Miami can have a miracle or stand a chance against the Patriots this year.
And you got to think on Miami's way of thinking of looking at the Patriots from last week.
Mm-hmm.
If I was them, I'd be like, man, we might be in trouble. Or the defense has got to be thinking, how are we going to stop them? We can't stop them. Then the offense is going to go, well, how are we going to be able to play against their defense?
Mm-hmm.
So let's go with our bold predictions with the players and the score.
Ooh.
Let me think. I can't speak much for Miami. I mean, I know they got Kenyon Drake. I don't think, obviously, he's going to be a factor. And if there is any other key players on Miami, just like Pittsburgh, I think they're going to go 9-9. So I will say, yeah. So I'm thinking, though, for fantasy purposes, too, I'm really hoping, but I do believe Sonny Michel's going to it's going to be his night tonight or Sunday night.
I believe that, too. Yep.
I don't think there's going to be a big need for them to be throwing the ball, risking players getting injured.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sonny Michel will go in for maybe 1, hopefully 2 touchdowns. Then we'll see some Rex Burkhead, James White mixture, double in, right? And then I think we see a touchdown from – I'm going to go on a limb here. I'm going to say I think Julian might be the surprise touchdown of the game.
Mm-hmm.
And we may see a 40-yard touchdown. I'm going to say it. I think Antonio Brown's going to show up that night.
You think so?
I mean,
hopefully he doesn't get, on the commissioner's list.
Yeah, so I was looking at that.
We'll
go on that in just a second. What's your bold prediction?
Yeah, no, I think they're going to be running a lot. I think this is going to be where we're going to pound the ball a lot. But also, it has me thinking because against, when Baltimore played against them, they were throwing a lot. And so they had success. So they're going to look at that too. So maybe Josh Gordon will have a big night. Maybe AB, if he's eligible to play. I don't know what's going on with that yet. Maybe Juno. I mean, it could be just all receivers.
You think
or it could be all running backs.
Passing attack? Because here's the thing. They jumped too far ahead of the game.
Okay.
They got to slow down the clock somehow, and then that's got to be the running game.
Right. So I think they're going to start off running. I think they're going to start off running, try to pound it, try to get these big boys tired on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And then once they know they're tired enough, then Brady will have enough time in the pocket and start dishing throws. And I think Josh Gordon's going to have a big night. and then I think Brissett is gonna have a good game. Yeah, and I think Sony Michel can easily have a 2 touchdowns, 150 yards. I believe he could. I mean, I just think he's that good. I think our offensive line is that good, and I think he's that good. So,
and what better game than to boost the players' confidence and give Sony the ball, show him that he can run,
right?
Show the offense that they can block,
right?
So, I'm thinking the score wise, I'm thinking we're looking at I'm never good with math, but I'm thinking 40.
Me too.
42.
Yeah,
does that add up to some amount of touchdowns? 42 to 10.
Yeah,
I think we're gonna see some field goals here from Miami side.
Yeah, I was thinking in the 40s too, or maybe in the 50s. I mean, this could be really bad for Miami. But the thing is, again, Miami is in our division, so they kind of know us a little bit. They might not have the talent like they used to have.
Right.
But yeah, man, I just don't see if we can do what we did at Pittsburgh.
No problem.
I don't see Miami being a real big issue, to be honest.
Okay. With that being said, so that's our Miami's prediction. The coming weeks, we got the Jets, Buffalo, Washington, New York, Jets again. Week 8, Cleveland. Can't wait for that one. And then we got Week 9, Baltimore.
I'm sorry, but Baker Mayfield's overrated. Sorry.
Yeah, one game.
I've been saying it, but I don't know. Yeah. I like the traditional pocket passing quarterbacks, right? I like the Drew Brees, Tom Brady's, Aaron Rodgers.
You don't like the Patrick Mahomes that can give you
Patrick Mahomes.
30,
yes,
40
yes. Actually, I do like Patrick Mahomes a lot. I love that dude a lot, to be completely honest. I think he's great. I think he's honestly probably one of the best young quarterbacks out there right now. And but out of all the younger guys, I think Patrick Mahomes is the best. I think Baker Mayfield. I don't know what it is, man. They hype up Baker Mayfield like he's this great quarterback, and
he'll get heated. We'll talk about that in the fantasy podcast. All right, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking at the schedule right now. We're looking. There's no reason we should be 9-0 by week 10. But
they said that we have the second easiest schedule.
They always say that
this season. No, they really. I looked it up.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, compared to like 500 teams.
Oh, great! Now we're gonna hear that from everybody.
I don't care. Hey, another Super Bowl. What can I say?
I mean, yeah. There's like Texas, Dallas, and Cleveland.
No, I think honestly,
Philly.
I think okay, I see. I think our two. Actually,
we kind of got it easy.
Let me see.
So,
yeah, I think Kansas City is gonna be the hardest game we play.
Kansas City
this year. Yeah,
we'll see. All right, guys, we'll be in touch next week. We'll see you then. Be sure to check out our other videos. We got the fantasy updates coming up.
Yes, sir.
Waiver wire pickups. And lots more.
He's a genius with fantasy football. I'm like,
No. I did one last year.
And he won.
I started the year. Well, we'll talk about that in the podcast.
Yeah, he won. Right.
So you got to watch the podcast. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. This is Brazal's podcast.
Peace.
We out.